coming to Germany, ito yung first assignment ko. I am now 40 years priest, and I was ordained in Tagaytay City, and I belong to the SBDs, Society of the Divine Word. Most of my assignments was in Abra. First assignment ko yun, at saka my last assignment before coming to Germany. Doon ko nga natanggap yung appointment ko to come to Germany. And but in between those years, I was assigned as what tinatawag na formator, yung nagtitrain ng mga seminarians to become priests. 16 years ko naging trabaho yon. But I also count 16 years I was a missionary in Abra. And that was also my last assignment. I was in Paris, in La Paz, and then I was called to come here. And I didn't even think of coming to Germany, pero sabi that we need priests who would continue to make the faith of our Filipino Catholics here remain strong. 12 years na ako rito ngayon, but I'm just new here in Berlin. About 11 months pa lang ako. My 11 years was in the Archdiocese of Cologne. Yan yung sakop niyan ay Bonn. At actually in Bonn, doon ang parang ganito rin na naging center ng mga Pilipinos natin sa Bonn. And then from then I was transferred here. Well, the challenges would be if I would look more on from my point of view as a priest. The challenges for me is that the Filipino Catholics have a very low foundation of their Catholic faith. Yung pagkaalam, pagkilala ng mababaw na mababaw. Whatever they have learned in the Philippines, yun ang dala-dala rin nila. That much of a faith that they have. And knowing the Filipinos, as it was said by the Philippine Council, was that Plenary Council of the Philippines, the Filipino Catholic is highly sacramentalized and poorly evangelized. What it means highly sacramentalized is yun, marami silang yung misa, mga devotions, kanyang mga traditions. These are something to do with sacraments yan. But when it comes to evangelization, pagkaalam tungkol sa Bible and a deeper understanding of the faith, yan sila very poor. Now, for me, that is the ultimate challenge now, the evangelization of our Filipino Catholics here, how to deepen their understanding of their faith. Ang sipag-sipag, masipag sila. When it comes to mga practices nila like the Santa Cruzan, like the Santo Niño. Actually, the biggest events when we could gather the Filipinos together here are in these two events. In January, yung Santo Niño, and the second is the Santa Cruzan. And then, in between, through the years na, there are these devotions to our new saint, what's the name of the new saint? Pedro Calungsod. And then there are groups of devotions on Our Lady of Manawag. And then there is the Sacred Heart. So we have also the First Friday here. And there are other. And then also we are building up now in relation to that is the Bible sharing groups. So we are also introducing that. The events connected with the faith, to my observation, have become parang a gathering point. So very strong ang social aspect nito. when they are gathered for masses, tapos ng misa, there is always something that binds them together. So may mga nagdadala ng mga pagkain. And so that brings them together. So ito, para bang if you want to gather them, then they want muna magmisa. Pagkatapos, parang this is their way of being connected to God together. And they are also very active in the participation. And even before the Mass, they still pray the Rosary. And since there are different groups here, devotional groups, they take turns in reading the Rosary. Dala-dalan pinaparati nila yon. Even if there is no Mass, they would still come here and then they pray together. Somehow, yung thinking ko dyan is that even if they are here, they somehow connect themselves to God as if everything depends on God. Kaya parang they try to be very faithful in doing all this, even if it's like part of a routine of their life to pray. Even at home, they do that also. There is even a group here that prays 2,000 Hail Marys. They gather there the whole day to spend, but this is their way of being connected to God. Something for me, that struck me as something important. You see, those who are very faithful in all these religious activities they belong to a certain age. Yung mga nauna at saka siguro yung mga later arrivals. But somehow, these practices, to my observation, stops. They are not able to pass it on to their children. That, I think, now I remember, this is the greater challenge, in fact. Because the children, they go to school, they just imbibe everything that is the German educational system, the German values, even the German mentality, or certain German attitudes that are sometimes it's shocking to the parents when they come home and then they suddenly behave so differently. And that I could even feel the frustration of the parents when it comes to this, that they cannot anymore, there is a certain age when they cannot tell their children anymore to come to Mass, and or to value anything that is religious. And of course, it also goes very much with the age of 18 or 19, when they start living on their own, as if it is also a time for them to be independent from their parents, so that the parents cannot tell them things anymore like this. That is one thing that I find I feel helpless about that. For one, because my German is not as good that I could easily communicate with the children also. Maybe also there's a generation gap between me and the children now. That is one challenge that I realize I should be saying, more than just deepening the understanding of the faith of the Filipinos who are here. My final message is that we continue with the work of the evangelization for the Filipinos, and also deepening the understanding of their faith, and at the same time also connecting it with our Filipino values that are very much tangled together with our faith. And we just continue that, because in this way we still continue to act as witnesses of our Christian faith, because Berlin already has become, I would say, very much secularized. And when the people see us pray so fervently, we are also giving examples and still reminding people that God is here.